Russell Martin may be away, but I want Rangers to continue to drain the swamp. Welcome back to the channel. There was another statement released today from Rangers, Andrew Kavanagh and co, which we'll get into in a wee second. But apparently the rattled Rangers Chiefs have called an emergency meeting as Thelwell and Stewart hold crisis talks with top brass. Now that's according to the Daily Record. Now it looks like they're all in talks to try and bring in the new successor to Russell Martin. Who's that going to be? There's rumours of an interim. Will Barry be back in the job? We'll have to wait and see in that regard, right? Gerrard is the clear favourite, 11-8. You've got Van Bommel in there, Sean Dyche in there, a few other guys in there. I did a live stream talking about that, so again, don't want to repeat all the odds because they do change, right? The odds last night are going to look different to the odds today. The odds today are going to look different to the odds in a week from now. Hopefully, this gets sorted soon. But at the same time, it's the international break. We've got a couple of weeks now to digest what's happened. Is appointing Barry the correct decision? Who knows? Because if you want Kevin Muscat, his contract runs out pretty much, at the end of November. That's when the Chinese Super League ends. I think that's when we'd be able to pick him up. Maybe you give Barry the job until then. But again, Barry, he wanted the job full time. There's no denying that. Does he want to be, again, used as like second fiddle and just the guy in there to plug a gap? Probably not, but at the same time, there would have to be an agreement in place between Rangers and Muscat for that to really work for me. But yeah, that's just all speculation. Muscat was, 61 earlier on. So we'll get into the actual statement though that Rangers put out. So this to me appears that Patrick Stewart and Kevin Thelwell have been backed. Now I read most of this out earlier, but to reiterate this key line here, and I quote, "Moving forward, we are fully confident in our players who possess the talent and determination to succeed. At the same time, a great deal of important work is progressing across the club, building out a stable leadership and footballing structure under Patrick and Kevin's guidance, advancing detailed plans aligned with our long-term strategy and beginning the early stages of investment planning for Ibrox. Your focus will rightfully be what is happening on the pitch, but this work also matters and it will help lay the foundations for success in the future." End of quote. Again, it feels very much like mumbo jumbo. Alright, we hear it's not just about what happens on the pitch, guys, it's what happens when we sell the pies and this and that, right? But the key thing is stable leadership, footballing structure, building towards that under Patrick Stewart and Kevin Thelwell. Oh, come on. I mean, honestly, the alarm bells should be ringing. I was listening to Super Scoreboard earlier, man, and like Hugh Keevins is like, "Oh, who are you to question the 49ers? Do you want them to sell?" No one's wanting the 49ers to sell, right? Let's not get hasty. They got a lot of money, all right? A lot of money to the 49ers, right? But at the same time, you have to question the appointment of Russell Martin. He is the worst Rangers manager in our history. A win percentage of 29.4, and it's not just the win percentage, it's everything. It's just everything across the board. I mean, yeah, win percentage is bogging, right? But there was nothing. Getting worse with each passing game. We were better at the end of July, start of August than we are at the end of September, start of October. And how is that possible? How has he actually managed to do that? Gaslighting us the entire way. He had to go, right? And to me, the 49ers have got to get questioned. They have to get questioned. Doesn't mean, just because you question someone, doesn't mean you're calling for them to get sacked. Doesn't work like that. But Patrick Stewart and Kevin Thelwell need to go. I mean, Kevin Thelwell appointing his son. I mean, how are the alarm bells not ringing there? Come on. Robbie Thelwell, a guy that's done nothing, folks. Absolutely nothing. Right? Absolutely. I mean, I don't know what the details are about that contract, but he's probably on a decent bit of money, him. And for what? Oh, he was a scout at Norwich. Wait, so that qualifies him to be the head of recruitment at Rangers? I don't think so. And then you get Patrick Stewart. I mean, I wouldn't trust this guy to run a bath. Big Patrick. The swamp needs drained, and put it this way, I mean, Patrick Stewart's obviously been in a decent I mean, he's been in a decent bit compared to Thelwell, so the 49ers, I mean, I would have just got rid of Patrick Stewart when the 49ers got announced, but they decided, no, we'll keep him in. As for Andrew Kavanagh and co. and Parig Marafi, this next appointment needs to be right. They had the wee project guy with Russell Martin. I mean, so much is breaking today and probably the next couple of days, like interview snippets for Southampton. He's like, oh, well, I'm annoyed. I'm not going to answer that question. I'll wait till the annoyance is out of my body and then I'll answer that question. What? What? I mean, nah, man. Russell Martin boils my blood, and I don't even want to talk about him. It's done, right? The ship has sailed. It's left the harbour, guys. Right? The train has left the station, but it's left behind a smell of shite that's you can't deny it. You need to talk about it, and something will haunt me. Just Russell Martin laughing his way through post-match interviews when we are sitting rock bottom, man, in Europe, the league, etc., etc. That will haunt me. Oh, it was tragic, but anyway, it looks like Thelwell and Patrick Stewart have been backed. As for these meetings, these sit-downs, these emergency meetings, I mean, ideally it would have been to discuss these two, but no, it looks like it's just to discuss who's getting brought in next. But again, Andrew Kavanagh, American owner of the 49ers, I'm brilliant, I'm this, I'm that. He's over in San Francisco. Parag Marafi, he's sitting down at Leeds. I don't even know what Leeds are doing this season, folks, but yeah, Kavanagh, apparently he got the final call, top level decision, but I mean, you could have guessed that anyway. But yeah, just a disaster week all round. You seen you seen Stewart and Thelwell getting confronted in the hotel lobby. Oh, who would you bring in? I mean, they're asking the fans who would they bring in, and I think that confrontation in that hotel lobby and the Rangers fans stopping the bus in Falkirk has led to this sacking. Part of me thinks, right, if the Rangers fans don't do anything after the Falkirk game, he's still in charge. I actually believe that. I'm not saying he would have survived this international break, but I think that sped up the process. Definitely. I've seen when the full-time whistle goes, he kind of mouths, that's it. So I have to say, yeah, that's me done. And then it was the first time ever he hinted at some responsibility. So, yeah, folks, looks like the swamp ain't getting drained anytime soon. But put it this way, if the next appointment's bad, then these two have got to go. And the problem is, if the next appointment's bad, that is another manager that's bad. I mean, I don't want to think negatively too soon, but then you're looking at Stewart having to get rid of him, Kevin Thelwell will get rid of him, and then whatever other family members he's dragged up here for a job. It honestly, the way it's being run is just a mess. I can't believe how, like, the rumours about this takeover first came out, February, March, right? I cannot believe we are sitting here in October and it is the lowest we've been. It's crazy in ages, man. Like last season was so bad. It's so surreal. It's like you have the Geo season, right? You lose the league, but you get to a Europa League final, and you're thinking, "Oh, that's a kick in the balls, man. That's low." Next season can't be worse than that. We'll bounce back, might win the league. The next year, and we won a Scottish Cup that year, but next year we won hee-haw. Gio gets sacked, you bring Beale in, you're thinking, right, then Beale has that window. He gets sacked, you bring Clement in, you get a bit of false hope towards the end of the season, you lose the league, right? You win a League Cup, and then the next year you win hee-haw, get out, knocked out against Queen's Park, etc., etc., but still decent in Europe, and it doesn't feel like you're light years away too much, and then you get the takeover news and you're like, right, put a bit of money in, then the summer happens, you bring in Martin, as bad as Martin is, a bit of money's being spent, you never know. And there wasn't even a point this season where you went, aye, we're back. Am I ever going to be able to come on here and say, aye, we're back? I'm just sick of coming on here in this time of the year, Halloween, fall, whatever you want to cut the autumn. You know, I know the San Francisco, they're going to be caught fall. But it's like, I'm sick of it. I just wish I could, honestly, Oh, I mean, I never wanted Gerrard to leave, but how refreshing would it be to actually have a manager leave after a couple of years because he just retired, he had enough, or he went, yeah, I'm stepping down, or it was just like a mutual agreement at the end. Oh, you've won a few league titles, thank you, but we're going to go on for a guy for new ideas. It's this, you're shite at the club, and it's always justified to be fair, but it's just, oh man, I just hope the next guy can spell the end of that, at least for a decent period of time. Because if I'm sitting here next September, October, spewing the same shite, God knows what's going to happen then. But anyway, guys, leave thoughts down below. The swamp still needs drained. Will it? I'll have to wait and see. Until next time, peace.